to Who Put This On, Season 7, Episode 17, where we watch The Great American Baking Show Celebrity Holiday Special. And no one likes you, Booster. I'm Chris Lorenz.
It's really hard to not do a British accent. This is Brian.
He's looking to turn beast mode into yeast mode. This is Nat Maxim.
If this is your first time listening, watch a different reality show each week, discuss it in minute detail, figure out if it's good or bad. Last week, we watched Back in the Groove on Hulu. We had a poll on Twitter to see what you guys thought about the show. You guys gave it a top third vote. So there you have it. Now this week, tell us what you thought about this show on Twitter at Who Put This On. Brian, what was that show?
This show was the Great American Baking Show Celebrity Holiday Edition. Ellie Kemper and Zach Cherry host a baking contest in the iconic tent with 6 celebrity bakers who bake up a holiday storm to impress judges Paul Hollywood and Prue Leith and win the coveted cake stand and Star Baker crown.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Max, where do you watch said show?
Okay. First off, you watch it on Roku TV or something? Is that right? I watch it on my
Roku. I think it's just like Netflix. It's Roku.
It's the Roku channel.
Roku channel. That's what it's called.
They got Roku original content.
Yeah, our big friends at Quibi went to.
So I got to talk about something real quick. This is called the Great American Baking Show, not Bake Off. Whereas in Britain, theirs is called Great British Bake Off. Why is that, you ask? Do you guys know?
I believe I've heard it, but I don't know off the top of my head.
Bake Off is a trademark owned by Pillsbury in the United States.
There you go.
Some fucking shit.
Now you know. I would say that we've never done a Roku show before, but all the Quibbies now are on Roku Original, so they might have the most shows we've ever done.
I'm still not counting it. Like they weren't Roku shows at the time. Like just because they're there now, like doesn't mean.
Well, that means you could go listen to our Quibi episode and actually watch the shows. That was a good episode.
Yeah,
it sounds like they might be selling a couple beloved HBO properties to Roku channel.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Like F-Boy Islands and Legendary.
All right. Well, let's get into this show. Yeah. It is essentially the Great British Bake Off because 2 of the judges from the Great British Bake Off are in this. So they're not even American judges. They're just the same people, which is kind of interesting. What are their names
that's
again?
Where my line comes from.
Paul Hollywood and Prue. I don't remember Prue's full name.
I wrote it down, but
it's like Leith or something.
Leith, yeah. And the one thing I have, because we did an episode of the Great British Bake Off, and I've watched a bunch of it. I don't remember if Paul Hollywood was there, but I don't remember this handshake thing.
Paul Hollywood has always been there. Okay,
Max, could you explain the handshake thing?
It's when he recognizes talents, he gives you a handshake. It's game recognized game.
Is there a hug? Somebody said they wanted the hug.
Liza Koshy said, hold on, I have a quote from her, if you can give me a second.
Second.
The second is gone. Okay, it's back. Paul's gonna hug me, he's gonna squeeze me, I'm gonna make Bake Off like cinematic history or something.
So there's never been a hug from Paul Hollywood.
I mean, I don't know if she's studied the archives or not, but I don't think I've seen a hug.
Okay, because there's no hug in this episode.
The man is very much about the handshake.
Let's talk about the 2 hosts we have as well. We have Ellie Kemper and Zach Cherry.
Yeah.
Ellie from The Office. Does anyone know her character in The Office?
Yeah, she's Ellie Kemper.
She was the secretary or like the front desk.
Yeah, she's Kimmy Schmidt.
Yeah, that's where I knew her from. I mean, I know she was also on The Office too.
Yeah,
but...
that's fair. I guess that's probably where I recognize her more.
Yeah, that Apex.
Yeah,
yeah. This is not her Apex for sure. And then Zach Cherry was just in Severance.
He was in Severance. He was in You season 1. I want to say.
Yeah,
He's been
he was,
around.
he was in Shang-Chi apparently.
Oh yeah, he was. He's a background character in all of them, although he's very good in Severance.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's definitely more in it than he is in the other ones. I liked him in that. He was pretty good in this. I thought. I thought they both kind of have the like fun vibe that you need for a show like this. I think they did a pretty good job.
yeah, not like greatest host ever, but perfectly reasonable.
I think they're adding stuff, so I think that makes you a good host. Like if you are just neutral and you're just like there, like you're fine, and then you're a bad host when you like removed from the show. You know.
I kind of felt
We've
that way about Ellie, where she was just there. She felt a bit more
I
robotic
thought
than
she
the
had
guy.
some like fun interactions with like people.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, the one-on-one stuff was okay.
Yeah, yeah.
When
I
she
mean
goes
that,
around, says, what are you up to over here? What are you doing?"
yeah, I think she did a good job at that, and that's her job. Her job is to go around and have fun with the contestants, and I think she did a good job at that.
Yeah,
Especially with like the celebrities we have here, I think are like, a step above your normal British Bake Off contestants, just because they're under the lights. They know like how to be on TV. At least most of them do. So that's Brian. What do you think about these hosts?
I thought they were pretty good. I mean, I love Ellie Kemper, and I kind of just wanted her to go around and have more fun, but she was pretty good though.
Yeah, I mean Zach didn't really provide much.
No,
He could be a fine host.
Yeah.
He didn't really detract, but he didn't add.
Well, he didn't read the fucking manual.
Oh, the opening bit. They should have just cut the bit.
Yeah.
They just like tried to make this bit where the hosts are coming up to the judge or coming up to the judge's house, but then panning away, and the judge's house was just like cardboard, like not really there. It was really silly.
Yeah, but that's Roku. And then they also got the host to do little Roku interludes, like watch some more Roku.
They did do that. How many ads did you guys have in this?
No ads, I think.
I
just
had
that
none.
Walmart one on right at the beginning.
Oh yeah, that's what I had.
That was it.
Max, what'd you get?
I don't remember. I watched it yesterday.
Whoa. Letting
Do
too
you-
much away, Max.
You guys don't. You guys like remember commercials? My brain just shuts off for 15-second periods at a time.
I only remember because I want to know how the hell like they're running this.
I think that this was like probably a special thing where they didn't run a
yeah.
lot of ads on it, at least right now.
Oh. Okay, that's fair.
It's holidays.
Yeah.
But you gotta sell more shit. This is the holidays. You gotta sell it. Sell.
Yeah, they're trying to sell their channel. So they're trying to do.
Yeah.
They would need the people on the channel
Ki-
more than they need the ad money from this one.
They're kind of getting me. They want me to, kind of want to go back to Quibi.
No, you don't. Lies.
Laws.
All right.
So who are contestants?
Do we want to go? How do we want to do this? Do we want to do it by challenge, or do we want to do it by contestant?
I think briefly introduce the contestants. Say, is this their apex or not, and then go through the challenges.
None of okay, all right. Maybe we should get some sort of like IMDb up for these people as we go through. So we got Darcy Carden.
Yeah,
She was on
Good Place.
the WandaVision, I think, right?
Was she?
She was definitely on The Good Place. That's where I remember.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
The Good Place. She's in Barry,
Oh, she is in Barry.
Broad City, and Other People are her top 4 on IMDb. She's lovely in this episode. She's lovely in The Good Place. All around, like her.
Great casting choice, I think.
100%.
Really hit the mark.
She's got like a huge smile, which really knocks it out of the park here. when
This
you're
makes you want to have fun with it too.
And then we got Liza Koshy.
I think it's Liza.
Liza? I think she did say Liza. She's a YouTube comedian, actress, and former Vine star.
So is this her apex, though?
She's been in a bunch of movies, but I don't know what she's been in them.
Okay.
So she's on a show called Liza on Demand. That seems like more of an Apex. When her
Yeah,
name
having
is
your own show, sure.
when her name is Liza. I don't think I've seen her in anything.
No, definitely did not see her in anything. A
Oh.
lot of her stuff is like kid stuff too.
Mm.
Then we got a good old Marshawn Lynch, which I think is their biggest get because we definitely watched this because we saw Marshawn Lynch was on it.
Absolutely wild casting choice. It really paid off.
Yeah, I did not expect him to like just bring so much energy. Like he came out like all I do is win, win, win.
There's definitely like sometimes you're watching the show and you're like, is this dude for real?
Yeah.
And he just like brings a vastly different energy to pretty much life, which definitely sets the tone for the show a bit, which was pretty good. And you know, I think the stuff he could practice, he did a pretty good job on. We'll get into that.
Yep.
And then our next person we got is Nate Faxon. He's an actor. He was in Bad Teacher, which is what I remember him from. He was in the way back, The Descendants and Club Dread.
Ooh, The Descendants. I forgot about that.
Like, he's a character actor as well. So he's like, you kind of see it's one of those people you've like seen his face, but you'd recognize him. But until then, you would have no idea.
I had no idea who this guy was.
Like, oh yeah, I've seen that guy before. Then we got Chloe Fineman, and I'm waiting for IMDb to load right now. She's an SNL star, and she was in Search Party. Those are our two biggest things.
Okay.
Big Mouth is pretty big.
But that's not in our top 4, bro.
I guess not. It's like the most recent thing of it. It's running for like, she's in a couple seasons.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who she was in Search Party. She was only in seasons 3 and 4. Anyway, I don't really remember who she is. Then we got one more contestant. We've got Joel Kim Booster, which is why I said No One Likes You Booster from my favorite Christmas movie.
I recognize this guy from, I want to say, an episode of Z-Way.
Z-Way. Okay.
Yeah.
What the heck is that show?
I don't know. Oh. He's in Fire Island, the other two, something called Trip, and he's a producer in these other ones.
Yeah.
So he's more of a producer, according to IMDb. I don't know.
Yeah. But
he says he's an actor, comedian, producer. He tried to bring, I think, some weird energy to the show, and I don't think it worked out. I did not like this guy.
He also claimed to have never baked before. He did really good, so I don't really know what to believe.
Clearly a lie.
He said it was a lie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought he implied it was a lie. I don't think he ever...
I mean, like...
I thought he was, like, joking, like, this is how I'm going to win. I didn't realize he was actually lying.
It kind of seemed like it, because, like, I mean, we'll get into it too, but, like, his results were pretty good, and then he just, like, tried to play up, oh, yeah, I've never baked before, like, try to get in everybody's heads, and then tells us, yeah, that was just a play, like, I practiced my ass off for this. I want to win.
He never said that.
Yeah, he did.
He said that this was his strategy to, like, get people's heads. He never said he practiced his ass off.
I thought he said he practiced off. But...
I mean, he might have said that, but I don't remember that.
Cool.
Yeah. So those are the challengers. So our first challenge here is what do they call it? Whoop. They had to make 8 identical cream puff characters in 2 hours.
Yeah, and then they had to make shoe dough.
AKA shoe buns, I think is what they were called.
Yeah.
I literally wrote the word shoe. I have no idea what the fuck a shoe bun is.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a Britishism. Like I am no breadologist, but I've never heard of this outside of the Great British Bake Off.
I mean, it's just like cream puff pastry.
Breadologist. I'm not sure it's a bread. It's a pastry, right? And
Yeah.
what's the difference between pastry and bread?
Yeah, that's a great question.
I can't get into this. Like we gotta go on.
Okay.
I wrote down what everyone did, so this might be we can go over them. Darcy did a mice or a cat cake. It looked fine.
Well, Paul disagreed.
Paul didn't like it.
Well, no, Paul insisted that they looked like mice. No, cats, not
Yeah.
mice.
She thought she was trying to make mice, but Paul said it was a cat.
Yeah, and only when she admitted cat did Paul shake her hand.
Yeah, shaking hand here. This is one of the coveted awards. Liza did brown Santa, which it seems you don't have to call it out that he's brown.
No, but she did call him spicy Santa Claus cream puff daddies.
Then we got Marshawn Lynch made these elves, and they clearly fell apart. So we just said it was a war scene.
It was North Pole elves versus South Pole elves.
That was a solid story.
It was pretty fun. I thought that was a good idea. That was a good save, almost kind of. Nate did Santas, which didn't turn out well because
Surfing Santas.
Oh, that's right, they were surfing Santas or whatever. It was fine. Chloe did clowns, which I thought was very silly. Clowns not associated with Christmas. What are clowns associated with? Birthday parties?
France.
I think Brian's right.
Also, they had praline filling. Fuck you. Come on.
What is praline filling? Oh, they're the long things.
Yeah.
Those are tasty as hell. What's wrong with that?
I don't know.
What are these things again?
Okay. Consider. Okay, it's kind of like a long tube, probably maybe the length of an index finger times 2, that has like a really crisp outside and then like a tasty sweet goo in the middle.
You lost me. It's okay. We'll move on. Then we've got Joel Kim Brewster did snowmen. No, he was trying to do snowmen, but ended up being 8 French hens, which the judges really liked. He also got a handshake.
I just Googled it. I was completely wrong about pralines. I apologize.
I was definitely a little confused, but I was like, maybe I have the wrong interpretation of it.
So what is it?
I was thinking of purulines.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are tasty.
Yeah.
So do we remember who won that challenge?
Nope. No, I definitely stopped keeping track of who made what or what won. I want to say maybe Darcy won.
No, I don't think it was Darcy. I don't know.
All of these, I mean, all of them were pretty competent, at least.
Except for Marshawn's.
Except for Marshawn's.
Well, also, Nat's a fucking cheater. Get out of here, Nat. When they say hands up, you put your hands up.
Oh, I was like, what did he cheat? But yes, that's correct.
Yeah, he just kept trying to fix it. Marshawn could have fixed the shit too, but Marshawn was a player. He knew the game.
Okay. Now we got our second challenge, which was the technical challenge, where the judges go out of the room and they have to do something that they'd never done before. So they had to make a meringue wreath with a coulis filling. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I still don't know what the fuck these things are.
Okay.
Like, I don't think I've ever had meringue. Like maybe
it's meringue.
It's really tough to describe.
Meringue. Should I do it again?
Chris, it's like calling it a tongue. Do you like to eat food with your tongue?
You know, I do like to double down on my mispronunciations on this show. Meringue, yeah. Where would I have had meringue?
I don't know. I just know it's like a relatively hard, just like kind of. I want to say chalky, but not really.
You're not wrong. It's nice. It's tasty. It's a weird texture.
Yeah, it's super tough to describe. I can't even. Just don't.
Okay.
But I don't know if there's like ever a time where we would have been expected to have meringue. It's just sometimes it shows up.
Thanks, Ryan.
I would say if you ever at a place that serves macaroons, they may also have meringues.
But why would you go for that? The macarons are right there.
Yeah.
Shout out to our white elephant where somebody brought macaroons. Let's do this challenge. I didn't like this challenge that much. Like, I didn't know what they were baking. I didn't know what it was supposed to taste like. I couldn't tell who's doing good or bad. It was just kind of like at the end, you could kind of see they didn't look quite different, but I didn't really get a lot of this challenge.
It's
Yeah,
really for a great American Bake Off. It felt like an odd choice. They should do some
Yeah.
like down home American cooking.
America. I mean,
America.
the thing is, they call it the Great American, but you brought in the two British judges, so you're just trying to
One of
make
the-
it like the British one.
One of them is named Paul Hollywood.
great name. Great name.
All right. Marshawn Lynch's look the worst, of course.
He was making emoticons. And
Somebody asked him, "What is your favorite emoji?" And he said his favorite is colon parentheses, and I think he's so real for that.
that is such a great way to be like the smiley face. It's not even like the emoji for that. He's doing it out with the old school text.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
That was Zach, I believe. So he's writing a little bit to this.
I mean,
But mostly it's Marshawn, but you know.
it's definitely Marshawn. Like Zach made it happen. Good job.
And then who won that challenge? It was
I definitely lost track, but I did know
Oh.
that Marshawn lost.
Marshawn.
think-
Definitely. I think it was Liza. I think.
I think Joel won the first one, right?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, he did. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Liza won the second one. Doesn't fucking matter, dude. Let's go to the last one. The showstopper.
Yeah.
Brian.
And then
No,
Jo-
you're supposed to stop.
no. Well, I guess like so they're gonna stop. They're gonna do a cake.
They did this joke on the chat on the
Oh,
show
I forgot about
where
that.
he was like, "Showstopper!" Everyone stopped. He's like, "See."
I forgot all about that, and now I'm upset.
Yeah, so they had to make a cake. So they got to practice one at home. So they make a sponge cake. And they had to decorate it with a like Christmas memory.
Yeah, their favorite Christmas or holiday tradition.
Well, somebody did like a holiday where they like took a mattress and went down the stairs on the mattress, slid down the mattress down the stairs. So let's see. I wrote down Darcy did an earthquake cake, which that's a very California thing. Of let's do an earthquake preparation test on Christmas, and then you get a toy. Then Liza did the staircase cake.
/ the toenail cake.
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah, this is the one where she went down on the mattress on
Yes.
the stairs, and then she put she lost her toenail when she did this, so she put an almond in the cake to represent the toenail, which I thought that was pretty good. Marshawn did a gambling cake, lemon cake. So he just made this cake and then put dice on top of it, and he was just rolling die the whole challenge.
Dude,
He
was
said
done-
Sorry, go ahead.
He was done so fast, and the host was just like, "You're done already? What?"
Yeah, his filling was like very easy compared to like what other people were doing, and decorations were obviously easy. He just put some fondant in a square and just put some numbers on it. I thought it looked pretty good, but not like good enough for this show.
Yeah, definitely not. That's like, all right, I'm bringing this to my kid.
Nat did a skiing cake. And then we got Chloe did a hat box with a receipt on it. And Joel did a Christmas tree cake. And Joel in this challenge was definitely the person that was like, oh, I screwed up. I did this wrong. And the judges tasted it and was like, that's not great, but it's, the way your face is seeing, like, you should probably calm down. Like, it's fine. It was very edible cake, it seemed.
Yeah,
Well-
I mean that's also why I think like he was actively trying.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. But like this first challenge, he definitely acted really weird. And he kept taking his shirt off.
Oh, you got to do it.
Which I think is setting the wrong tone for the show.
I do love that the two Brits weren't quite sure how to handle Marshawn.
Nobody knows how to handle Marshawn. Let's be clear.
No one gets it. Speaking of cake, Brian brought some cake, so I'm going to try some now.
Yeah.
Is this homemade cake, Brian?
Yes, it is. Homemade, brought from QFC. Yeah, it's wild because like every time we like do a baking show or cooking show, we're always like, oh, that looks so tasty. I wish I could have some of that. So then it was like, all right, let's just get some cake for this.
That's pretty good. That's a
Yeah.
good cake. It's kind of spongy.
It's called a tuxedo truffle mousse bar cake, and then it had holiday decorations, and these holiday decorations are actually rings.
Oh,
So like you could take that off. Like he had a snowflake, I had a light,
Oh,
and it's just a ring. When I pulled
But
that out, to put
can
it on
you
the cake,
also
I was
eat
like,
it?
I hope it's not a ring pop.
you cannot eat it.
Thank you, thank you for following that.
I feel like the rings, putting some plastic rings on this makes decorating it so easy.
Yep.
Because you just buy the rings and you just, but makes it look good. That's all that really matters. So at the end of the day, Darcy won the whole thing. Unclear what she won. Like they didn't
No.
even they said it was for charity, but they didn't mention charity. I think the whole episode.
No, they get a cake stand. That's
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the winner gets a cake stand, but doesn't say you're the winner of the Great American Bake Off. Just says the Great American Bake Off or baking show or whatever it is. It just says the name of the thing. It doesn't even say you're the winner. Why does it not say winner?
I'm sure on the bottom there's a little like QR code you can scan to go watch the episode. You can prove to everybody.
Like, yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, because if you get a trophy, it usually says you're the winner of.
I mean,
It's not just like a guy on a, with a football pose.
It's not like they had an artisan painter there ready to paint Darcy. You are the winner.
And you don't need to say Darcy. You just need to say the Great American Baking Show winner. It just says the Great American Baking Show.
I mean, I don't think it matters because that's the only trophy from there. Like one of our favorite shows is one where it's like
Taskmaster.
a golden head of the host. Like there's nothing else on there.
Yeah, it's a golden head. That's obviously a trophy.
Yeah, but
where this is not an obvious trophy.
you're not putting this anywhere where you can use it.
Okay. I mean, you got to use it. What else are you doing? What are you doing?
It goes in the trophy case. You don't have a trophy case?
Well, no, because it doesn't. This wouldn't go in the trophy case because it doesn't have what you want. What year you won? Which episode you won? It's got nothing.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I mean they might give it a plate later.
You got to get a plate for it.
Chris, the real prize is the friends you made along the way. Okay.
This is a tangent, but they said like the host said it was for charity, but no one mentioned a single fucking charity. It's the weirdest thing. Like, if you're doing something for charity, half the reason you're on the show is to shout out the charity so that they get, like, other people could donate to it if you don't win or whatever. Like, nothing. That's really odd, right? Am I wrong?
It's a little odd. Usually they at least get to mention like, oh, I'm donating to XYZ.
Yeah, nothing. Just all the celebrity hosts or celebrity contestants were just really happy to be on the show. Although Marshawn didn't seem to be that excited.
I don't know. He was pretty excited, man.
Marshawn is unreadable.
But yeah, I also wrote down that Marshawn Lynch is a national treasure and needs to be protected at all costs.
What other show would you like to see him in?
Westworld season 3.
That's like the only other thing he's been in, right?
I feel like he's been in. Hold on, okay. IMDb Marshawn Lynch. Let's see. I
would
feel
wanna
like
see
he's
him
been
in
in
Jokers.
things here and there. He was in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Ooh, yeah.
He was in The League. I mean, that's not a surprise.
Yeah, but he played himself.
He was in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Yeah, that's about it.
Was he in a different reality show? He was in
Oh.
Murderville.
Oh, yeah, but that wasn't like... that was also like a one-episode thing. Wasn't reality. Still comedy.
Yeah. He hasn't been in a whole lot, Brian.
He's in something upcoming which just has the funniest IMDb description I've ever heard.
It's called Bottoms.
Yes, 2 unpopular queer high school students start a fight club to have sex before graduation.
What?
Marshawn Lynch's 8 is 7th on the list of cast there. It's probably a teacher, maybe.
Maybe.
Anyway, I think that's it for the minutia of the show, right?
Yeah.
I have like 1 or 2 things.
Hit us.
Let's see. Joel's pants split.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about that. That was weird. But another weird energy vibe you're getting from him.
Yep.
Like, and not a good energy vibe. Like, Marshawn's weird energy vibe, good. Like, a Booster's energy vibe, not good.
And the other one is, you know how like the hosts go around and like look at people and talk to them about like, oh, what are you up to? So they come up to Marshawn and he's like, oh, are you here to sabotage me? I love that. One of the other ones was like making fun of Paul Hollywood. She's like, oh, nice power stance, Paul. I enjoyed that. They were throwing it back at him.
That's the thing you can get from like entertainers. Like they don't care. Like everybody's just so good.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely were playing up like, oh, you're going to come walk and stare at me and like get my head,
And
from the show.
Oh yeah, Marshawn also asked, "How do you turn on the stove?" Boding well for the competition.
I feel like that's a valid question sometimes. You go to a new stove, like, might not be obvious. It's more common with a microwave than a stove, but
Yeah.
could happen.
I have had a conversation this week where, okay, so my cousin is crashing with me for a couple of months, and I texted him, I have a wild question. Shoot. Have you been using the separate portable blue fire starter to turn on the stove? Yep. It has that built in, FYI. Oh, dang.
Yeah. See, I think it's a valid question in a new kitchen to ask how something works. But yes, not the best sign though. Yeah, so let's get to questions. Should we skip the worst human being, or should say it's just
No, we gotta figure out who it is. Well, it's Booster. Okay, good job, everyone.
Damn it.
See, also
Actually, I think it's Mary Berry for leaving the show.
that she only left the British one. This is the American one.
Oh, okay. She was never on the American one?
I don't know, but
I mean, this show has a checkered history as it is.
yeah, because it was on ABC and now they're moving it to Quibi, so it's like it's weird.
And it's also not a show anymore. It's like specials and that's it.
No, I think there's
Wow.
a new season.
Oh,
coming
okay.
After this. This is just their Roku's first iteration of the Great American Baking Show. Let's see what was the production schedule of this show, and we know because it took them 2 days, 1 weekend.
Did they fly them all out to the UK or did Paul come here?
Paul came here for sure. They were in LA.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds right.
They were in LA in the summer, I think. Is what I gathered.
And yet Marshawn was still wearing a hoodie, no?
He was definitely wearing a hoodie.
Great.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of crazy to make like having that tent with all the like kitchens in it. It's got to be it's got to take like a week to set up.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's also like one of the best things because now you're not like in a superheated kitchen. You're just going to be cooking out in the cool air.
Yeah, I mean, I know they do that for like all the other shows too. So let's do drinking rules. Brian, what do you got for me?
Anytime something gets burned, drink, and that could be pastries or people.
That's good. That's good. I think anytime something goes in the oven, take a drink. Max?
Anytime Marshawn rolls snake eyes, take 2 shots.
Yes. That Diz game was pretty good.
For every challenge, pick a winner. If they win, give out a drink. If they don't win, take a drink. Or I guess if you just lose, just drink.
Oh, every time they pour something alcoholic into whatever they're making, you have to find the same thing and ingest the same amounts.
There you go. Would this show be better as a Quibi or TikTok? This is a trick question because technically, it's a Quibi.
This is a long form Quibi.
Yeah. Well, we all know it's got to be the old Quibi format.
Yeah. Definitely don't think it would work. So
no.
Who's gonna hook up next?
Marshawn Lynch and somebody, maybe Darcy.
Mary Berry. What about the 2 hosts?
Nah.
No chemistry there.
There was very little sexual tension in this baking show.
What about Darcy and Marshawn?
Maybe.
You shitting me?
You didn't say Darcy.
Yeah, it is. I said Marshawn and maybe Darcy.
Oh, actually,
I
no.
heard anyone.
It's Liza Koshy and Paul Hollywood because she's gonna hug him and squeeze him.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep, that's the winner.
What do you love about the show, Brian? What do you love?
Even though it's a competition show, everybody's just like having fun with it. They're just chilling.
Max, what do you love about the show?
I feel like since they're celebrities and it's just a one-off, they're a little more fast and loose. There's like one thing where Paul and Prue are leaving, and Darcy's just like, "Bye, Mom and Dad," and I love that. That was great.
Yeah, I think I agree. I love that they're like having fun. There's like some good vibes, some good energy. There isn't too much of like, oh, I gotta win for my kids back home, and I got brain cancer, so vote for me in the poll, kind of thing. So that was good. That was good. Let's get to ratings, where we do stack ranking system between top, middle, bottom, third, and some people stack rank in their stack ranks. Brian, what do you got?
I think I'm gonna go top of the middle. I've seen some of the other like Great British Bake Off and whatnot.
Well, we did an episode of the Great British Bake Off.
Yeah, I've seen some other episodes too, and now getting more into like British TV, I can recognize them too. But in any case, they're enjoyable, but ultimately, like I'm not like really drawn into just like binge it. It's just I put one episode on and then go.
Well, you can't binge a special.
Well, yeah, I mean, like we're just like I don't know.
Max, what do you got for me?
I'm gonna say top third, bottom of the top. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a little bit too long. I may have watched it on like 1.2x speed, but it's Great British Bake Off. It's a winning combination.
I'm debating between middle and top, and I'm gonna go with my gut on this one, where the tone is really good. I'm just gonna put it in the top, put it at the bottom of the top. It's not an enthusiastic top, but I think the host kind of worked out. The judges are nice. Like, just it was kind of enjoyable to watch. Like, I wasn't automatically just going to my phone. So put in the top third, and for like a show where it's cooking or baking, like that's like a lot, because I typically am annoyed that you can't taste the things. So yeah, here you go. Let us know what you thought about this show on Twitter at Hoop of This On. Max, You had any shout outs this week?
What have I been watching? I don't really remember. Come back to me. I need to think about it.
Max, we could talk about 1899 because I did finish 1899.
Oh, what I just finished is The Lost Metal.
Oh, I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Mistborn Era
Cool.
2 Book 4. Yeah, that's my shout out for the week.
There you go. Brian, what's your shout out this week?
Rick and Morty finished. This was a pretty good season. So go watch it now.
I have not watched it in like 4 seasons. My cousin showed me the Acid Vat episode, which
Which one
was
was that?
it's there's a vat of acid. It's called the Acid Vat episode or something. Just it's good. It's a good one.
Mm.
Yeah. That doesn't ring much of a bell either. I've seen them all.
There's one where Morty gets video game save states. That's the Acid Vat episode.
Okay.
Let's see. The White Lotus, I shouted out last week, but the season officially ended. It's very good.
Very good.
Definitely got to watch that. The Dragon Age show on Netflix was pretty good. If you're looking for like some sort of animated high fantasy, I thought they did a really good job on that. And then 1899. So I talked about it a couple weeks ago, and Max said he didn't really enjoy it that much. And I watched the whole thing, and I liked it. I thought it was really good. I think it, definitely helped that I took my time and tried to think about what was going on between episodes and binge it. But it definitely ends at a place where you're like in a lost kind of place where you're like, you didn't answer any of the questions that I really wanted you to answer. You just open up more questions. And if there's no season 2, it's really hard to recommend because I had an enjoyable time, and it like zigs when you think it was going to zag. And then you zigged into a new maze and you didn't answer all the old maze questions. So it's like, I could see how people wouldn't like that. And I would be really disappointed without another season, I think.
I believe it's already been greenlit, but don't quote me on that.
You heard it here first. Max says season 2's coming.
Yep, you heard it here first.
All right, well, that's it for us this week. You can find us on Twitter at whoputthison. You can find us on Facebook.com/whoputthison. You can email us questions and suggestions at whoputthison@gmail.com. Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. The Batmobile lost its wheel and Joker got away. Hey!